second, but first I want to say something really quick. Because I'm going to put the problem up on the board and then you guys are going to check it out for a minute. But we're going to do a little bit of division today. Have you guys ever done division before?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, I just want you to sit at your desk for a second and I'm going to write the problem up on the board. And when I'm done, I just want you guys to sit at your desk and think anything that you know about division, okay? So anything that you've ever even heard, even if it might sound a little bit silly, just see if you can think about it, okay? I just want you guys to start thinking about what that means maybe, what you heard about, okay? So just sit there quietly for me. Okay. Okay, so quietly, could you grab a dry erase marker and come over here and sit down and grab a dry erase board for me too? Thank you for being so quiet. I didn't hear very many voices at all. Grab a board and find a seat. Okay. Quietly, guys. Quietly. Can everybody that's sitting down see the problem that I wrote on the board so far? Okay, don't sit on each other. We gotta each have room. Room for each. Quickly, guys, come on. Okay. Okay, Kyle, can you find the seat really fast? Perfect. Okay, so can everybody see what I wrote on the board? Okay. Kind of like we did when you were sitting at your seats, I want you just to see if you can figure out maybe what I did. Okay? So just see if you can look at those numbers and have an idea. Just for a few seconds. And then I'll ask you guys what you think about it, okay? Oh. Not yet. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Well, you're going to show me how to do it, I guess. Okay, so does this look like a long division problem that you guys have ever seen before? Have you ever seen those? Does it look like that? It's a long problem. It takes up a whole different kind of a page. Well, this is a different kind of division problem, okay? This is called scaffolding. Do you know what that means? Do you guys know what scaffolding is? When you drive downtown in Kansas City and you see people working on buildings, those big, tall platforms that people stand on in construction sites, those are called scaffolds because they're really tall and they hold stuff up. It's a kind of structure. So that's kind of what this is called, okay? So we're going to divide, the problem that we're working on here is 76 divided by 4, okay? So we have our number 76 that we're dividing is in here, okay? And we're dividing it by 4. So what I did here, so the first step right here, is I need to find out how many times 4 will go into 76, okay? So what I looked at first is I looked at how many times will 4 go into 70? Well, do you guys know how many times 4 goes into 70 off the top of your head?
No.
I wasn't quite sure, so I thought, well, what's something that I know is less than 70 that I can multiply by 4? So I just thought, well, I know 4 times 10 is 40, so I just decided that I would do that, just because it's kind of easy, okay? So 4, and I put my 10 over here because we're multiplying by 10, okay? So 4 times 10, like we decided, is 40. So I put 40 down here, and then you subtract. So 6 minus 0 is 6, and 7 minus 4 is 3. So now what we have to figure out is how many times does 4 go into 36? So sure if it goes in there evenly, but I know that 4 times 5 is 20. So if I multiply 4 times 5 and get 20 and subtract 20 from 36, I got 16. So what is special about 16 and 4? What do you guys, why do you think that's special? What do you think, Taylor? Because 4 times 4 is 16. So I put my 4 over here. 4 times 4 is 16. I got 0. So then, what do you think I have to do with these three numbers to finish the whole problem? What do you think, Faith? Add them together. So 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. So I'm going to write 19 up here. And I'm going to circle it, okay? So now I would like you guys to try this method, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a sample problem, and I want to see if you guys can do it, okay? So I'll write up here how I want you to set it up on the board, and then I want you guys to take it from there, okay? We're going to do 54 divided by 3, okay? So that's the problem we're going to do. So it looks like 3 is on the outside, because that's what we're dividing by, and 54 is on the inside bracket, okay? And then see if you can remember what we did over here, and see if you can copy it over here. Okay, remember guys, we're working on 54 divided by 3, okay? So we want to look over here and see what we did. Remember about what goes into 70. What do I know that goes into 70? So over here we're going to do, what do I know 3 that goes into 50? What would be maybe a good starting place? What do you think? Alright. Thank you for working so hard, guys. Okay, look, and we're working on the 3, okay? So we want to copy this part down and see if you can do on this problem what we talked about doing on this problem, okay? Okay, does anyone have an answer? Do we want to try doing this one together and see? Don't, now stop what you're doing. Okay, stop what you're doing. And, okay, can I see it? Okay, okay. So we can try this one together and then you guys can do another one by yourself, okay? Do you want to try that? So don't touch your board because I want to see if you guys still can follow along and see if you're doing it the same way that I'm doing it, okay? So let's think together. Okay, what should we multiply 3 times what to get close to 54? What do we think? 10? Okay, we want to try 10 again? Does that sound good? Okay, so let's try 10. So then we get 30. Okay, so we have to subtract there. So 4 minus 0, 4. 5 minus 3, 2. Okay, so what should we multiply 3 times what to get close to 24? Remember, it has to be less than 24 because we're subtracting. Okay. What do we think, Kyle? What do you think? What was it? Okay, do we think 3 times 20 would be close to 24? should we do 20? Okay, so what do you think, Taylor? 3 times 6? Okay, we can try 6. So let's think, what's 3 times 6?
6, 18.
Okay. So 24 minus 18. 4 minus 8. So what do we have to do? We have to borrow. Okay, so cross this out, and that becomes 14. And we borrow from the 2, so that becomes a 1. Okay, so 14 minus 8.
6.
6. Okay, and 1 minus 1 is 6. So how many times does 3 go into 6? What times 3 would give us 6? 3 times what equals 6? 2. Okay, 2. So 3 times 2 got 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. So now we have to add these up. So that's 18, right? 10 plus 6, 16 plus 2 is 18. So we write our 18 up here. So if you guys want to check that, if you don't think that makes very much sense, another thing that you can do to check your answer is if you don't think that 18 is quite right, you can multiply 18 times 3 and see if we get 54. Okay, so we're going to do another one, and I want you guys to do this one by yourselves, okay? Okay. Let's see. Let's Okay, guys. Do you see the problem that we're going to work on? 56 divided by 2. Like this. Okay. So everybody copy down the bracket. See, you guys had a really good start, and I think you just needed one more practice problem, so I think you guys can do this one. I have faith in you. You guys were doing a really good job last time. So let's see. 56 divided by 2. at your work and see if yours looks like theirs, okay? Or if yours looks different. Okay, voices off, guys. Let's watch and see if yours look like theirs. That's okay, we're still working on it. This is the very first time that we've seen this, so if you guys still feel like you're struggling, that's okay. Okay, Logan, let me finish up here. We'll look at this one, okay? Okay, so over here, this one is Taylor's, right? Okay, so in the brown, we're gonna look at Taylor's. So, everybody, can we listen up? So, what did Taylor multiply by 2 to get close to 56? What number did she get times to get 24? She did 2 times
12.
to get 24, okay? So then she subtracted 24 from 56 and got 32. You guys agree with that? Okay. And then she saw 32, so she decided that she would multiply by 15, and she got 30. Okay? So then, all we had left was 2, and 2 times 1, I know what you meant to do, and I think that was supposed to be 2, and I think that's why you just have an extra 1. So, over here, oh, we still got something to finish up. Okay, so we can look at this one too, and do you guys think it will make a difference because he had a 10 and Taylor started out with a 12? Do you guys think that that will change the answer? Okay, let's see if it does, okay? So, we decided that we would multiply by 10 because that's kind of what we've been doing. And we know that 20 is less than 56, so we know that we can multiply by 10. So, 2 times 10 is 20. So, we got 36. So, 36 minus what will get us close? Wait, okay. 2 times 15, that's what we did? Right? So 2 times 15, because that's less than 36, right? But we have 28 here. So 2 times 15 is 30. Okay? So we'll just go ahead and switch that over. So we have 36 minus 30, because we're doing it by 15, okay? So 2 times 15 is 30, so 36 minus 30, what's that? 6, okay? So 6, and 2 times what will get us 6?
2 times 3.
3, okay. So he has 3 right here. Okay, so we'll just leave that the same. So that'd be 6 minus 6. So that's 0. And over here we have the same one as Taylor. But I'm wondering, what if we only knew one multiplication fact? If we only knew what 2 times 2 was, do you think we could divide by 56? Do you think we could do that if we only knew 2 times 2 was 4? If that's all we knew, do you think we could make that work? divided by 4. And all we know is 2 times 2 is 4, okay? So, what is less than 76 that we know is 4? So, oh, I said that wrong. I was saying 2 times 2. I meant to say, we know that 4 times 4 is 16, right? So that's the only multiplication fact we know. So we're going to divide it by 4. So what's 4 times 4?
16.
So we'll put our 4 over here, okay? That's the first one. So 4 times 4 is 16. So what's 76 minus 16? 6 minus 6.
60. 50. What?
Okay, 6 minus 6.
0. Oh,
6 minus 6.
0.
0. 7 minus 1.
6.
7 minus 1.
6.
6. Okay. And we know 4 times 4 is 16, so we're going to do it again. We're just going to say 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So what's 0 minus 6?
0 minus 6.
What's 0 minus 6? You can do it. So what do we have to do?
You have to regroup.
Okay, so
8 out of 10.
10,
That is 4. No, 5.
5. Okay, 10 minus 6.
And
10 minus 6.
4.
4. What's 5 minus 1? 4. Okay. And the only one we know is 4 times 4 is 16, so we're going to do it again. So 16, what's 4 minus 6?
Can't do it.
Can't do it. So what are we going to do? 14, and that's a
3.
3. 14 minus 6.
9. 8. 7. 8.
What do you think?
8.
Let's see, can you guys do it? Do it on your boards if we don't know. What's 14 minus 6?
14 minus 6. 8. It's 8. It's 8.
8. Everyone agrees it's 8?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree as well. And 3 minus 1?
2.
2. 28. 4 times 4 is?
16.
And 28 minus 16. 8 minus 6.
2.
2. 2 minus 1.
1.
1. And we know 4 times 4 is 16. But we can't do that. So what are we going to have to do? What is 4 times what gives us 12?
3. 4 times 3.
3. 12. 0. So if we add these up, 4 plus 4 is
8.
8. 4 plus 4 is
8.
8.
16.
Plus 3. 8 and 8.
16.
16 plus 3. 19. Is that the same answer that we got over here?
Yeah.
So do you think, would you agree that even if these numbers aren't the same, you can still get the same answer? So if you were dividing 100 by 2, the only multiplication fact you would need to know is 2 times 1 is 2, because you can just continually subtract. We're just continually subtracting, or repeatedly subtracting. And I saw, who was it? That was doing the circles and the takeaway. See, and this is just kind of a form of that, just by subtracting and continually subtracting that same number. So you just change it up and it makes it a little bit easier. But we are going to work on this some more tomorrow. But I would like you guys to think about that, okay? See if you can just mull it over in your mind. See if you can maybe even do just 20 divided by 2 and see if you can do that. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, okay? So thank you for your cooperation. We're going to